Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. Teacher Kim here. So I wanted to take a moment today to talk to you about what happens when the things in the classroom, in the ESL online classroom, don't go well. It's really easy to teach when things are going great and the students participating and it's fun and there's no tech issues and it's so easy, right? It's wonderful. But does that always happen? My hair's on my face. Ooh. Does that always happen? No, it doesn't, because life happens, right? You may have a tech issue. Your student may have issues. Your student could be riding in a car. Your student could be taking class maybe on a device that isn't as compatible with the classroom. So many things can go wrong. So what do you do? Let's talk a little bit about it. First things first, when things aren't going well, you need to be like a duck. If you've ever looked at a duck and you see it floating along the water, right? Ducks float along the water and they look so happy and so content and just so calm, right? Well, have you ever thought about the duck when it's floating along the water like that? Its feet are underneath the water, kicking, kicking, kicking. It's not floating, it's kicking, it's swimming. But on the top, it looks calm, it looks relaxed. When you are having a tech issue, or your student is, or you're frustrated, or the student is annoying, whatever, you need to be like a duck. All that's up here, all that they see, all that they experience with you, completely calm like the duck on top of the water. Underneath, inside, deep down, you can be kicking your feet like crazy. You can feel overwhelmed, and that's okay. But you need to be like the duck. So I will give you for instance, I have a referral who is teaching with iTutorGroup. Just started. He's been with VIPKid. He has a couple of years experience online teaching, right? He knows what he's doing. He's a really good teacher, like really good. Impressed me tremendously with his demo. But iTutorGroup's not the same as VIPKid. I've said this before in other videos, and I probably need to make a better comparison video, but they are not the same. And one of the big differences is the materials. So VIPKid materials are all well worked and created, and they have a team that makes them. iTutorGroup doesn't. They do have a team that makes some of their materials, but there's also a group of teachers like me, like you, consultants, who make the materials for the regular classes. Regular classes are more interest-based classes, things that students should be interested in. Doesn't always work that way, but they're supposed to be. Not the point. The point is, sometimes those materials suck. Maybe they're old. Maybe they're outdated. Maybe they're very limited on what they have. Maybe it's leveled wrong. Maybe the students needs to be in a higher level and the materials are really, really low level. Well, when you have experience and have been doing this a while in the iTutorGroup classroom, you know how to extend. I can extend on anything for a long period of time. But when you're new and you're nervous, like anybody would be with a new company. I mean, I get nervous when I'm with a new company. I get nervous when I do something new. We all do. It's not as easy. And sometimes the materials suck. And it happened to him. He was in a group of adult classes and the materials sucked. There was nothing there. And he tried to extend and he worked hard. But the students began to speak to each other in Chinese. And he felt they were maybe making fun of him. They started kind of giggling and talking. And he told me he lost his confidence. He wasn't being the duck. He wasn't floating along looking like he was in control. Personally, I've told you before on here, if you don't remember, I have a video about it, I believe, or in one of my lives. I've been cussed out by a parent. I've been made fun of in the classroom. And I was the duck. And I just kept going. Was it easy? No. Afterwards, was I freaking out? Yes. But while I'm in class, I'm the duck. Now, I have a lot of experience in person dealing with parents as a public school teacher. And I have a lot of experience dealing with people who are going to get angry and say things to you that you don't like. And thanks to that, I'm the duck. I am cool. You're not going to know it. Now, I do have this really bad habit of like a tear coming out. So I try to be careful in the classroom that doesn't happen, that I don't get that angry. And I just remind myself it'll be over soon. But when you're new, when you're nervous, when you just really didn't expect it, it's hard. And he didn't do anything wrong. He did what he was supposed to do. He tried his very best. And he got hurt for it. His ratings got hurt. It's going to happen. By the way, if you haven't watched my ratings video, bad ratings are going to happen, and it's okay. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. I'm saying all this to say, we are hired as ESL teachers to be professional. And professional does not always mean that we know all the answers. It's not what professional means. As a public school teacher, I didn't always know all the answers. As an ESL teacher, I don't always know all the answers. What I do know is how to conduct my classroom so that I'm in charge and they aren't. That I'm the one who handles everything. I make sure everything looks smooth. I'm the duck. I want to be the duck. So, all this is to give you an example and to give you advice. When you are in the classroom, if a student, a client, whoever you're working with says something to you that you feel is inappropriate, hurts your feelings, or just anything, right? There's always some things you can do. VIPKid, we have the fireman. Call the fireman, ask for help. You can leave. You have that choice. Take an IT. You don't have to stay and deal with abuse. iTutorGroup is the same thing. We don't have firemen. We have PMIT. PMIT is our IT department. You can message them. We have a messaging app. You can message them on that while you're in the classroom dealing with it. You can leave. You can leave. You won't get paid, but you can leave. And you can tell them why you disconnected. And they can watch the video. If you choose to stay, which personally, I like getting paid. So if you choose to stay, one, always ask for help. Message them, ask them, let them know, have them watch. The firemen will watch your class. PMIT will watch your class. They will see what's going on, and they can step in Chinese, in their native language, and they can respond. Two, don't show that it bothers you. In your head, do whatever it takes for you to stay calm. Breathe. Mute your button and maybe look away for a second and say that bad word you're thinking, or whatever you need to do. Whatever you need to do to keep yourself looking professional, even when you don't feel it. So my ESL tip of the day, no matter what the situation is, no matter what you're feeling, if you are in that classroom and you are being paid to be professional and to do your job, do your best. Are you perfect? No. We're human. We're not perfect. That's okay. But just do your best to be professional, to look calm, and to look like it doesn't bother you. At the end of the day, 25, 40, 45, 58-minute classes, whatever it is, whichever company, it's not that long. You can deal with anything for a short amount of time, right? Or at least that's my belief. And if you can't, It's okay to leave. It's okay to do what you need to do for your mental health, but just be professional about it. All right. What do you do in that situation? How would you handle it? How would you be professional? Would you feel like you were losing it? What would you do? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.